Alright, so I want to talk about today fascinating things about ladies, and these are some of the things zenye mimi mwenyewe nimeweza kuobserve. One thing you should know, mimi napenda kuobserve madem sana. Why? I'm attracted to them, number one, yes, but then nakuanga curious about ladies, like mbona wanafanyanga hivi, why do they act in a certain way? That's why you find that I talk about ladies a lot. Number one thing nime notice about madem, and it's fascinating, is the fact that wanachukiananga tu, like wao wenyewe wanachukiananga tu, especially if they are not friends na hawajuani. You'll find just a group of girls wanapitana na another group of girls, ama wanapitana na dem, na already una feel kuna tension na hawajuani, lakini already kuna tension, and it's almost like and I get why people will try to liken it to like cat fights. Unajua cat fights zile za cat mbili, paka mbili zimepatana, hazijuani, zishaanza kupigana na hazijuani, instead tu zilengane kila mtu ende njia zake. It's almost there is that cat fight, okay? So for ladies, they won't fight, but you'll see the reaction. Utasikia tu wameanza kuongea ufala, utasikia tu wameanza kuongelelea msichana mwingine vibaya na hawajuani. Alright, so that's one thing that is fascinating about ladies. The other thing is also the fact that how a lady can be able to manipulate a man emotionally. Like mimi nasemanga, anytime you try to fight with a lady emotionally, as a man you are going to lose perfectly. Kwa nini? Because it gets to that point where dem sasa anaanza hadi anaweza anza kutoa machozi just because they want to manipulate you emotionally. And sometimes I say, ile time yenye mwanaume ana probably like, wewe ndio umenikosea as a lady, you've coseaed me and I want you to say sorry na nini, it takes such like a short time for a lady to say sorry na mwanaume kukua like, aya sawa nimekusamehe nini. But if it's a guy saying sorry to a lady, manzi hata unaweza kaa siku mbili hadi inafika point you are like, okay, so what more do you want me to do to prove that I am sorry? Okay, so it's the level of manipulation for me that fascinates me, that dem anaweza kumanipulate design ingine. And sometimes even kenye nime notice, like going on live show, especially on TikTok, una realize especially dem anakuambia chali yake anamwatch, it's almost like they don't want dem mwenye amekalia mwanaume wake hatakangi kupatana na mind kama yangu. Probably mwanaume mwenye anafikiria independently of ladies. So anytime they meet, like wanaona we kuna venye utafanya chali yangu wa change, ama kuna venye utafanya chali yangu afunguke macho, anze kuona vitu differently. And that's why, honestly, that's why they fight akina Kibe na akina Amerix, because these people are coming to change venye wanaume wana, they how they see women. And anytime they notice that uko nako ka, it's like you almost have that superpower of changing a man and how they see their view of women. Hawatakangi ukue karibu na machali wao, but they hawatakangi ukue karibu na chali yake anywhere. So I see that in the live shows, especially anytime anakuambia chali yangu ananiwatch kwa live, ukianza story fulani anaonanga huyu sasa atakani kama anataka kuinfluence chali yake, and it's and unaona mtu amekata story by there, ame disconnect, ametoka kwa hiyo live, you get, just because of that. So it's something I've noticed. So it's the level of manipulation for me. Like dem anaweza kumanipulate hadi udhani you dem by then ni kudedi ana dedi, and it's not that. Okay, the interesting thing about it is that kuna time niliulizanga a lady on my live show, and I asked her, hebu nikuulize, like when a lady akijifanya amejam, akijifanya amekasirika, anaambiwa pole na ataki, nikamuuliza mnakuwa mmejam seriously? Ako like, hata tukwangi tumejam. So she's acting out, she's trying to show you akona hii drama yote, and all for what? So mimi ndo sijaelewa kabisa. Okay, the other thing actually ni drama. The other thing that fascinates me is how dramatic they can be. Dem ni mtu anaweza kuonesha venye hamtaongea tena, hamtaongeleshana tena, she doesn't care about you nini, and by the she can tell you all those words na akaeni kama amekwambia hata vitu zingine zenye probably they are demeaning and insulting, but then at the end of the day anataka umsamehe because of what? Because she's a lady in the relationship. So for her, she feels like haufai kumwekea any kind of boundary, ati haufai kucross boundary. She will cross it, she will cross that boundary na anze kurukaruka kwa hiyo boundary yako enye unasemanga ati ni boundary, and she wants you at the end of the day to accept her for who she is and to care for her, and not think about the thing that, and not think about the fact that she crossed your boundary. Okay, so it's very weird that wao ndio wanakuanga, especially wao ndio wanakuanga so big on boundaries, you cross my boundaries juu nini, lakini yeye atashinda ame cross boundary yako na arukaruke hapo kwa boundary yako, ukimwambianga tu this is my boundary manze, why are you crossing my boundary? You get? So they don't have any hawakuangi na any level of kusema they don't respect boundaries. By the way, they don't respect men's boundaries. Okay, another fascinating thing about ladies is that they will ask for money shamelessly. Saa zingine honestly they will ask for money shamelessly, and saa zingine honestly I look at a lady, yani umeanza kuongea tu juzi ashakuitisha pesa, and uko like, what is it about our conversation, ama what is it about me that makes you think that I'm gonna give you money after 2 days of talking to each other? And you'll see sometimes they'll say, hey, sunitumie pesa ya lunch, sunitumie pesa ya nini. You get the small things, but me si feel convinced kukutumia do in any way. Okay, and sometimes ladies want to judge that and say, probably unasema hivyo juu hauna do na nini. Maybe ni ukweli, maybe si ukweli, but then sometimes, you know, it's the level of, again, Kenya nasema manipulation, that wanaweza kumanipulate to the extent unakaa ni kama maybe wewe ndio haujui Kenya unafanya. Manipulate hadi ukaanza kujishuku like, ni mimi am I in the wrong ama am I in the right? You start to doubt yourself as a man. But the truth is ni ati they do it shamelessly, that they'll ask you for money shamelessly. And it's not that hata saa zingine nashindangwa like, is it that although sometimes uta notice wenye wanaitishanga dosi wale wenye wako probably they don't have a job na nini, so they feel like, hey, yeye Johana job, wewe ndio unafaa kumsupport. But you see, it's the entitlement for me. Ni hiyo ako ka entitlement kakusema ati lazima unipe, ama they feel like lazima umpe. That shouldn't be there, and it's so fascinating when you see a lady do it. Na inakuanga so crazy. The other thing that is fascinating about ladies ni they rarely take responsibility. Okay, the same way a guy will go to the chemist buy a day morning pill and not her doing it for herself na anajua anafaa kubai. Unapata wengine they end up even getting pregnant just because she couldn't go to the chemist and actually buy it for herself. Shows you how they don't take responsibility for anything. Hataki kuwa responsible for anything because they feel like if I go into a relationship, wewe ndio unafaa ku take care of everything. It's almost like the guy is supposed to take care of everything. So kama ni kufikiria, unafikiria on her behalf. Kama ni kutake any action, una take it on her behalf. Kama ni kubuy kitu, una buy it on her behalf. So sometimes they fail to take responsibility. And sometimes inakuja na consequences. Unapata sasa juu haukuenda chemist, you couldn't have gone and bought yourself that morning pill. Unapata sasa mtu amekuwa pregnant na hakuwa na expect na hakuwa natarajia hivyo. So you see, it also takes like a left turn. Saa zingine ina affectingi, and atabaki tu hapo ako like, sasa ningefanya nini ni yeye, and sometimes it's so crazy how they don't take responsibility at all. Another fascinating thing about ladies is the fact that by the way, unaweza pata dem mwenye amependa mwanaume anaweza mdate with all his flaws, like, you know, probably like anakas juu yaje nini, but juu amempenda anamdate with all their imperfections. So ladies, for me na finding that ikiwa so fascinating that you are more likely to find a lady dating a guy who is, you know, disabled than kupata like a guy dating a lady who is disabled. Like, there are more chances to pata dem ni yako willing to date somebody who is disabled. And I'm not here to atibash disabled people na nini, hapana, people living with disability, hapana, but I'm just saying like, you'll find a lady atakuwa more, yani atakuwa more like, naweza sema aje, atakuwa more willing to date mtu mwenye ana live with persons with disability other than probably like a guy. And you can prove me wrong, okay? Because for ladies, I feel like they overlook the flaws. Dem hata anaweza date chali mwenye hana kitu and ako tu hapo, you know, because they have chosen to love this person. So sometimes that's fascinating because yani udem amechoose ku overlook everything, akasema tu it's because that I love you, that's why niko hapa and I love them for that. Another thing also ni when they use filters, like there are ladies who will use filters manze. Unapata picha moja iko na filters kama 20, and sometimes dem hata akiwa natural ako sawa, and sometimes you want to ask, how come unataka kutumia hizi filters zote na uko sawa naturally? Like nikikuangalia tu hivi with my bare eyes you look nice, na ukitumia like a good camera itakutoa poa, but unapata ataenda Snapchat aeke tu filters, atoke hapo aende Instagram aeke tu filters, aende Facebook aeke tu filters, aende TikTok aeke tu filters, finally akuja ipost wapi? TikTok kama Instagram. So you can imagine, unashindwa mbona umse anatumia hizi filters mob na already anakaa poa. So because of maybe their insecurities, unapata mtu ana feel lazima niweke filter, lazima niweke nini. The other fascinating thing is that it's like wauambiana when there's a trend, and you'll notice this when there's a trend among the ladies. Kama kuna kitu dem moja amefanya, especially the slay queens, wale madem wenye wako high level, unapata slay queen moja amedecide kufanya kitu. Let me give an example. You see ile time yenye unaona wamedecide kupiga picha, ati kila mtu sasa anafinya hapa akipiga picha, unaona amefinya hapo. Trust me, within no time utapata kila dem anapiga picha hivyo, and you can't really tell kwa nini. Is it ni kitu wanaambiana, like is it flowing in the air, is it something they are breathing in, are they breathing in that peer pressure ama ni nini? So mademu unapata another fascinating thing ni ati wanavutangwa sana na peer pressure. Wakiona this is the trend that most ladies are going for, unaona hata wao wanafuata, na hata vienyeji hawachangwi nyuma. By the way, wanafuatanga tu hiyo nini tu, wanafuatanga pia hiyo trend. Okay. The other fascinating thing also is just how much like dem anakanga different na makeup. Sometimes I say like madem utaka kukaa nani wakipaka makeup because hawajikangi, you know. And I asked that question by the way jana on my live show on TikTok, and a lady said wanatakanga kukaa Dolly. So probably it makes sense because hawajikangi, so alisema wao wanataka kukaa Dolly. So probably Dolly in their mind ni that perfect look. That's what they are looking for. All right. And nikimalizia, so the last thing I'll say that's fascinating about ladies, what else can I think about? It's the way one lady anaweza attract so many men. Like unapata dem moja tu anapita lakini amecarry the attention of so many guys, and it's like where, and kila mtu ajiuliza ondem gani, you know. And sometimes I'm very interested to know such ladies because uko like, does it, you know, do you get carried away by that? Ni kitu ushazoea? How do your relationship work out? Sasa kila mwanaume anakutaka, like how do you get to choose ati huyu ndio utasetwa na yeye na si huyu, you know. So sometimes it's very interesting to see ati kuna dem tu anaweza pita hapa mbele yetu and see wote tutamwangalia, even ladies, including ladies, wanamwangalia tu, wanamwadmire, wanasema hey, huyo dem ni mrembo, you get. So yeah, I think those are the fascinating things. Niambie, let me know what is the most fascinating thing you think about ladies. When you think about ladies, ni nini who stand out, and what are you curious about and fascinated by ikikam ni madem?
Gachin Lion